Now, one of the world's busiest trade arteries, the Suez Canal, has been blocked for a third day as a mega container ship is still wedged in its sandy bank. The salvage company hired to free the huge container ship has warned it could take days or even weeks to move the vessel. But more than 10% of global trade passes through the Suez Canal, and time is money. The canal connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean and provides a relatively quick way for cargo to travel between Asia and Europe, and for oil supplies to come from the Middle East. The alternative is a passage around the southern tip of Africa, which is thousands of miles further and can add more than a week to the journey time. We're going to speak now to Captain John Konrad. He's the CEO of the maritime news site G-Captain. He joins me now. Captain Konrad, great to have you with us. Give us a sense of the scale of the issue here. I mean, we hear all these big numbers, but realistically, for the average person sitting at home watching this, what does this mean for them?
The scale and the enormity of this situation is the critical question. I mean, the ship itself, people don't understand how big this ship is. It is 60 meters longer than the HMS Queen Elizabeth supercarrier. You could put a Queen Elizabeth and a U.S. Nimitz carrier inside of this ship. That is how large it is. And all that weight and size is making this salvage operation that much harder to get it dislodged and brought out. You know, they're talking about $400 million an hour being lost, $9 billion. You hear all these big numbers, but that's just the loss of the cargo containers at the time to the shipping companies and logistics firms. But all the factories now run just in time. The large warehouses factories used to have are gone. These ships serve as mobile factories, and they arrive with the goods just in time to produce goods and services. And you have COVID, there are respirators and PPE on the ship, and the global world is interconnected. And this is turned into a perfect storm. We lose a large ship somewhere in the world almost once a week, an average over 50 ships a year. But what makes this unusual is the size of the ship in the place, the Panama Canal. And just as we start to hopefully reopen the economy for COVID. So it's not just one thing, it's these towering consequences.
A couple of firms have said they're contemplating rerouting their ships down the coast of South Africa around the Cape of Good Hope. How feasible is that? What are the implications there?
Well, as a ship captain like myself, it's very easy. We turn around, we plot a new course, and we can do it. It's about 3,500 extra miles, depending on the speed of the ship. Some of the container ships are faster. Some of the bulk carriers and tankers are slower. Remember, this isn't just the container ships. You have soybean bulkers and cement and aggregate ships. You have tankers, and not just the full tankers trying to get out, but we got to get the empty tankers back in, because as we learned in the beginning of COVID, you can't just shut down the oil supply. That oil's got to go somewhere. It's got to go on these tankers and military ships too, right? The U.S. fleet is now split between the Mediterranean and the Persian Gulf and can't communicate with each other. So again, it's these domino. And as a ship captain, we really look at certainty, right? We can plan our course and our departures in time, and we can even plan the weather nowadays to be certain of our arrival. Well, the word of the day now is uncertainty. We're uncertain what's in these containers, what will be delayed, how long it will take. Are they going to reroute around Africa? Or are they going to wait till Monday and hopefully at the next high tide, hope that they can pull us off on Monday? Or are they going to wait the full weeks, or are they going to turn around now? These are the questions no one really can answer.
And Captain Konrad, just very briefly, for the ship that's stuck in there, what does it need to do? Just wait till it's dug out?
Well, I wrote the book on the BP oil rig disaster. You remember we had all these terms like the top hat and the bottom survey. And I heard a term from a salvage company today called the reverse twist. So it twisted one way in. They're going to, first thing is try to twist it the other way. They're getting dredgers to dig out. And you've seen the pictures of the excavators. They're going to get the larger ones. And they're going, the first attempt is try to twist it back, the reverse twist.
Captain John Konrad from the news site G-Captain, thanks very much for being with us. Really appreciate it.